I'm Kim McIntosh, and I'm your instructor for this course. And this is an introductory video to show you how to navigate the system, where some things are, what you have to do to get started. So when you log in, you will be on your Bio 156 homepage, which should look something like this. And from here, you can find all the links and the information that you need to know what your lessons are about, and also to submit your assignments. So I'm going to show you a few things on this page first. This is your announcements section right here, and this has some really important information. As you go through the course, there will be new postings to this, and you'll want to take a look at those each time that they're posted. So one of the first things that I want to point out to you is this assignment schedule right here. So this is what you'll want to follow as far as when you do the lessons and when you have assignments that you need to submit. So you'll want to open this document, and you're going to want to print this out so that you can keep up with your assignments. Now, when you do open documents, click on the link, and it will bring up a screen that looks like this. So there's a little note from me about the assignment schedule, and right here is the link. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to right click on this and save it to your computer. So mine comes up as save link as. You're going to want to do that so that you can save it to your computer and then open it from your Word program. Another important document that you're going to want to take a look at is this welcome letter. So that one is right here. This is really where you should start. You're going to want to take a look at this welcome letter, read through it. It has information about the course and all of the requirements. And at the very end of this welcome letter is a series of questions, and I'm going to need you to answer those questions and send them to me, send your responses to me in the message center. So you'll notice there's an announcement here for lesson 1, but before I go there, I want to show you up here on the left hand side, there is a link for your lessons. So that link is right here, and you're going to want to look at this link for your lessons. When you click on that, it takes you to a different page, and this lists all the lessons for the course. So here's lesson number 1, Basic Concepts and Themes in the Study of Biology. I have a short message posted there. There's a video, this introductory video that you're watching now, so obviously you found this. If you scroll down, you'll see the lesson objectives. These are the objectives that you need to meet. So if you know these things, then you have gotten the information that you need from the lesson. The lesson requirements are here. So here's another thing that you're going to have to do right away. This syllabus acknowledgement, you're going to want to click on this link and do the syllabus acknowledgement, because until you do that, you cannot access any of the lessons or submit anything. So do that first, and then you will be able to open your lesson. So when you click on this down here where it says open my lesson, it will take you to this screen, and this is basically your lesson page. So here, lesson 1, this has all the information that you're going to need for this particular lesson. So if you scroll down, it has your objectives. This particular lesson has a lot of information about getting started and how to access the textbook, and then you have this instruction piece. So you'll want to read through that instruction piece. Notice there's section goals for each section. You'll want to take a look at those. And then down at the very bottom, there's an assessing your learning at the end of each lesson. And so it will basically walk you through the assignments that you have to do. Let's go back to this page and see where those labs are. That link is on the left-hand side. You have a link for labs right here. So when you click on that, it takes you to the lab homepage. So this first lab is Safety, Scientific Method, and Measurement. There's Just a little note right here that there's no additional materials required for this lab. Some of the labs do require additional materials, so I'm going to go to lab 2 and show you that one. So if you scroll down past the image, you'll see that there's a list of items that you're going to need for that lab. So it's a good idea to check those to make sure that you have all of these ingredients. A lot of them are just regular kitchen type things, but like this particular lab, you need roast beef lunch meat. And so if you don't have that on hand, you're going to get to that part of your lab and be stuck. So take a look at those lists just to make sure that you have everything that you need there. Okay. I'm going to go back to lab 1, since that's where you're going to be starting out. The objectives are posted there. And this is a submit button right here. That's where you'll submit your lab. But before you do that, you'll want to do the Open My Lab link. So this page is all about the lab. So there's background information that you'll need to read through, and then there are some things that you need to do. So there are procedures listed right there, so you'll want to work through those procedures. And then you'll see assessing your learning. These are the questions that you actually need to answer for the lab. So you'll want to go through and answer each of these questions. A lot of them are just about the information that you read in the lab. Some of these questions will be about the procedures that you did in the lab. And then when you go to submit the lab, you're going to want to go back to this page. So this is your lab 1 page, and then you'll click on this submit lesson 1 lab 1. So that's down here. These submissions are usually at the bottom of the page, so you definitely have to scroll down to get to those. But when you click on that, you'll be taken to a screen. So when you click on that link, you'll be taken to a screen that looks like this. And so in this text box right here, you can copy paste your lab. So do your labs in a Word document and then copy them into this text box and click on submit. And that will turn your lab into me. So now I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about these announcement posts here. So for each lesson, I will post an announcement. So like this one, here's lesson 1. That's where you're going to want to start. These are notes to you from me about the particular lessons. So when you click on that, you'll see a message from me. It tells you what you need to do for lesson 1. And there's also a link down here at the bottom. So you're going to want to save that to your computer so that you can open it. When you open it, you'll see a document that looks like this. It basically walks you through, again, what's on the assignment schedule. It tells you what you need to do. It has some information about the lesson, little more pictures to show you some things that a little more visual. There's helpful hints about how to remember all the information that you're studying. There's information about the lab. And then at the very bottom, there is a study guide here. So at the end of each of these lesson posts, there's a study guide, and it's basically just a series of questions. So you can print these out and use them as you go through the material to make sure that you are learning the information that's going to be part of the labs and that's going to be part of the quizzes and midterm and final exams. But these are optional, so this isn't anything that you have to submit to me. This is just a study guide for your use. Okay, so once you have submitted a lab assignment to me, let me show you where you will go in order to see your feedback. So when you go to your gradebook, you will see a screen that looks similar to this. Now, for these assignments, there is a feedback button. So when you go to this on your screen, this will be a link for feedback. And so if you click on that, it will take you to basically what you submitted to me, but it has comments that I've made about your submission. So once you have looked at that feedback, if you have any questions at all about the feedback, make sure that you send me a message and let me know, and I will try to make things more clear to you. Okay, I think that's about it for the overview. I hope I've made some things more clear to you, helped you get through the course, help you get started, and please let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to working with you, and I hope that you have a very successful semester.